This story took place in 2012. And I was doing a practice hike on the Appalachian Trail for the next year where I was going to, and I successfully did a through hike. Well, I got to the trail out of shape, not ready at all, too much weight in my pack, and off I went. I only made it 4 miles the first day to like a halfway shelter. I wasn't even at the actual Appalachian Trail yet. Well, I spent the night in that shelter, met a few people, and off I went the next morning to the next shelter. And it was pretty cool. It had an upstairs and a downstairs. And I only made it like 3.5 miles that day. I was so tired. And there was a young lady there. I think she was about 18 years old. And she looked scared to death. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she says, "You're going to think I'm freaking crazy." And I said, "Well, that'll be okay." So I've been accused of that a few times. And I let out a little laugh. She says, "It's not funny. I'm being stalked by Bigfoot." I wanted to break out laughing, but I didn't. It was getting dark. We were sitting there making our dinner, and she was about to cry. And I says, "Honey, there's a lot of things out in these woods, but I don't think you're going to really see a Bigfoot." I says, "Something's got you really scared." I says, "I'm going to sleep upstairs. I'm not going to hurt you. It'll be all right." She says, "I can't walk out tonight because it's going to be dark." I said, "You'll be okay." So we went up into the shelter. We went up the stair, up the ladder, and we were safe up there because it was cold out too. And she started crying, and I says, "It'll be okay." I mean, this girl was traumatized, so whatever she'd seen or heard got her upset. So she said, "I was hiking with a friend, and they were telling ghost stories and stuff." And she says, "And this is my first time ever walking on a trail. And then they told me every time I heard a noise, it was Bigfoot." And I says, "Well, them aren't very good friends, are they?" And just as I said that, some acorns fell off the tree and started bouncing on the roof. She started flipping out. I tried to tell her it was acorns. She says, "No, it's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot." I was like, "Listen, it'll be okay." And I was so tired from being out of shape, I fell asleep. She started shaking me and she says, "I hear something downstairs." So I took my headlamp and I looked, and there was a raccoon downstairs. So I told her it was a raccoon, and I don't think she believed me. So I lay down, trying to go back to sleep. And she says, "What do I do if something comes up there?" I said, "Listen, I got some bear spray." And then I thought to myself, "Oh God, if I give her the bear spray and she sees a hiker coming up through there, she's going to nail the poor sucker." So I says, I got bear spray, and I'm going to keep it here right by me. And if you see anything stick their head up there, you holler, and I'll spray them, and they'll go away. Well, needless to say, I did not get any sleep after that point. I couldn't go back to sleep. I was tired, and the wind started whipping, and the branches on the trees kept hitting the side of the shelter. And she freaked out. I said, listen, there's nothing out there. And just as I said that, we had our bear bags hung up on a tree, and you could hear something pulling at the cables. And it went, ee, ee. I was like, oh, here we go again. So I looked down, and there was a bear in our camp trying to get the food out of the tree. I said, listen, there is a big black bear down there. I says, and if he tries to come up here, I will spray him and he will run away. But if he gets our food, oh well. She says, are you telling me the truth? It's not Bigfoot. I was like, oh my gosh. So she's getting me so nervous that I can't sleep at all. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, did she ever really see a Bigfoot? And is that why she's so scared? Out in the woods, sounds play tricks on you. So a little bit after that, the sun came up. Luckily, the bear did not get our food. And there was bear prints around and everything. She says, will you walk me out to the parking lot? And I'm like, I said, I don't know if I can make it that far at one time. I said, it took me 2 days to get here. I says, but I'll try it. So we packed up our stuff and we started walking. We made it to the other shelter about halfway through the day. I stopped, got some water, got everything, got ate, had a snack. We walked all the way back out to the parking lot where my truck was and her car was. We met the ranger as we're walking out. And he says, are you all right? As he's looking at her. And I said to him, I said, she thinks she saw Bigfoot. And he was just joking. He says, you're not the first person today to say that. She ran to that car, threw the pack in, started up, ripped out of that parking lot. I said, dude, were you joking? He said, yeah, I was joking. I said, that chick will never come back to the trail again. We laughed for about 20 minutes, and I was so tired, I went to the hotel to pick up my practice hike on another day. Well, I hope you like my little story, and you have a wonderful evening. We'll talk later.